Good evening, and welcome to Hear the Life with Zemrah and Air, right here at IntellectualRadio.com. And we hope that we're glad rather that you have joined us this evening. We have such a great show for you this evening, doing one of my favorites, like I put on Facebook, talking about health. And you know that I always say that health is your wealth. So we have a very special guest coming on that haven't been with us in years. He is not a doctor, but he is very knowledgeable on natural health and alternatives to medicine. And like we always say, also, always follow your doctor's orders, but this just gives you another option. So we'll be talking to him shortly. Uh, One of the things Ed and I wanted to do was to definitely send out love and prayers to the Jackson family and to make sure that we follow in Reverend Jesse's footsteps as far as keeping hope alive. And that's one of the things that when we talk about our health, because our health is our wealth, that's how we keep hope alive as well. Because we have to know that how important it is to keep yourself healthy. And that's why I always like to kind of touch on the subject of health because it's just so much is running rampant as far as your health care. And so we have to always make sure that we are our own advocate when it comes to your health, which is so very important. So we send love and prayers. And Hermine Hartman of Indigo, real close friend of ours, of course. She's going to come on and talk about her relationship with Jesse Jackson and the family next week. So we're really looking forward to that. She's very knowledgeable, and I've had some great experiences with Reverend Jesse Jackson. So I have something that I want to share with you before our guest comes on. A product that I have, a very close girlfriend of mine. She's like a sister, and we really love to support her because she is so knowledgeable when it comes to health. And that's why I decided today to bring her product on and talk a little bit about it because Ed swears by it. I
Yes, I
swear
do.
by it. And some people that I have sold her product to, they swear by it. And it is everything that she said that it was, and people have been very satisfied with it. And I'll even let Ed give a little testimony shortly. But Orura, who is like a mother, I'm older than her, but she gonna act like she my mama. But she
Brenda,
is so talented, so gifted. Um, she's cooks well, vegetarian style. She's top notch. I mean, top notch seamstress and tailor. This girl made in 2011, she made my second gown for my first Here's the Life concert. Gorgeous sequence gown that she made me. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably wear that. I might wear that for my holiday show
I
because this
do.
year we are definitely doing a Christmas show in December. I've had so many people asking me about that, and that we will be doing my concert. My ninth concert is October 17th, and we are going to be back at South Suburban College. A lot of people enjoyed that because of the separate VIP section where you come in a separate door and escorted after your meal, escorted into the theater and
It
all of that.
kind of made it
So
very orderly.
yeah, it really kept everything in order. And I thank those that really helped to make sure that everything was in order. But Wilda and I, we've started our meetings early. And so we've got a lot of planning and everything. But I am really excited to tell you that we are definitely having our Christmas show this year. And so that's going to be very good. I'm really loving that. And we're still working on some other things. I hope you saw my article late on the 20th, where that was Sweet Nancy's birthday. My girl, who I had the pleasure of opening for, and that just is almost like it was yesterday because it was such a blessing to be able to do that. She was so warm and so inviting, and such a lovely lady. Um, I had an opportunity to do a line of earrings for her, hand painted, that I personally did, that she just loved. And she was one of those artists that really embraced her audience. She really embraced people that came out and enjoyed her performance. And I think that's very important. You know, we can't get so big when we're performers that we ignore the ones that really are the reason for the season. And I think a lot of times as artists, we have to be reminded of that, that they are the reason, you know, that we make it in this business, because this business can be kind of rough. But Nancy was, you know, I thought of Reverend Jesse Jackson, because Nancy was not, and Dr. King, Nancy was not only a great, great vocalist of 50 years. That's how the span of her career went, over 50 years. And, but she also was a civil rights person, advocate for that. I mean, she walked in the Selma march, and she just was. She was an overall person, and that's one of my favorite ladies. And I just again wanted to say something about
you do
her.
her well.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're working on my other tributes to her, and just trying to work it out. So we're going to take a minute out, and I got to go back to Orura. I don't know how did I get off of that, but anyway, that's crazy.
I was
But
waiting.
anyway, you're all over the. I'm all over the place, but that's talking so fast to get everything out. But I wanted to talk about this pain salve that she makes. And like she's everybody's mama, it's called Mama Ora's Organic Pain Salve. And it is very, very extremely good. It has all the great ingredients in it. And I'm just going to read a little bit of that, and then Ed is going to give his testimony on it. But it has shea and cocoa butter, oils of frankincense, black seed, peppermint, moringa. If anybody knows about moringa, they know that that is a good herb. Olive, uh, olive oil, turmeric, lavender, condola, cedarwood, rosemary, and eucalyptus. Now you know that's some good stuff in here.
Everything but frankincense and myrrh.
Oh, this is so well. She got frankincense in here.
I knew it.
Yeah. And then and I mean, what Ed does is he heats it up. It's got a scent, you know, that it's got some special herbs in it. But tell your little experience with it before we call our guests.
No, this product is fantastic. I wish I could use it on my voice.
You should rub it on your neck. You didn't think to do that?
No, I didn't.
You probably could rub it in here.
But I'm getting my voice back. I want to thank everyone out there for the cards and letters and prayers. No, you didn't get any. You didn't get any for my treatment of my vocal cords. But they're coming back slowly, and I will be.
But Ed, you really should do that. You should rub some of that on your throat, just because.
I've been mainly using it on my legs and feet. This stuff will heal you overnight. I tried it. If you have chapped, dry, like most men, try chapped feet. The toes are starting to get dark, and you don't know what to do about it. Put this on overnight. I rub this on my feet, and
every
my toes,
night, twice a day,
and my legs, and the next morning, my legs look like new. All the dryness is gone, all the dry skin, all the cracks. This stuff works.
It does.
I don't know about my legs feel good. I don't have a whole lot of pain, but whatever it does well.
Yes,
and it does it quick.
Well, you know you did have pain in your feet from the neuropathy.
Right,
But now, you don't even identify with the pain since you've been using that.
I got some other ailments, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But this
But I
stuff
think one
works.
of the things, like we say, though, with anything, you do have to be consistent. And even Aura
No,
says
you have to
that.
do it. You have to do
You
it
got to do it
do it every night
regularly. Right.
because that gives the body a chance to heal and to
Exactly.
catch up.
Right.
So instead, that gives us kind of some support. So if you're consistent with it, use the whole jar. If you use this whole jar,
And it lasts,
and
though.
if it doesn't do what it says, I'll buy it from you.
Yeah.
I'll give you your money back
Yeah.
because I know it works. So try it because it's all natural.
And if you're interested in it, you just call me at 708-536-3228. And it really is a wonderful, it's a nice size jar, 5 ounce. And I love the professionalism of how she packaged it and all of that. And she's just, I mean, it's good. But you can use it on your forehead if you have a headache. I use it even on my hands. It's very, very good, very good. It's mama, and it's organic. And you heard the ingredients, and the ingredients are just phenomenal. So I just wanted to give that shout out for Orura because it's a product that, I mean,
It works.
yeah. And when we have items, we need to support one another, and that is an item that really does help pain. So, but you can't use it today, and don't use it again for another 2 3 days or another week. You have to use it every day so it can absorb, just like anything, so it can absorb into your system. And again, the ingredients are very, very safe, so everybody knows about frankincense. I mean, the frankincense is powerful, and it's very, very good. So, olive oil, she got, so everything that's in there. And everybody knows too about shea butter. Shea butter. Ed has been using shea butter for how many years? 100? Shea butter is good.
Close to that.
Yeah, I know. Pat was telling me that she's been using shea butter for a while now. Pat Mickle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that she's been using. We were talking about
That's the only thing I found that's really effective.
Yeah.
The shea butter.
She's been
You try
using. She says wonderful.
all the lotions in the world don't compare to it.
Right.
So you get one. I keep me some shea butter.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't use it.
Yeah. It's good on your hands. It's good on your feet. But again, this is Mama Ora's organic pain salve. Okay, I'm gonna take a short pause for the pause, and we'll be back shortly. Shortly.
You don't call him, you don't call him.
He's a manifestation of my dream. We must have been dreaming the same good thing. We just hooked up with the powers that be. They hooked up with the power in me. No more unrealistic arrangements. And I've had enough of going through changes. So here it is, so good it makes me wonder, why did it take so long to find my thunder? I got it right this time. This time I got it right. We're back with one of my favorite songs that I really and truly need to push, that I got it right this time. And I really did too when I married Mr. Sherman. But that goes for everything. You get it right for your health if you tune into your body. And that's what we're talking about this evening. As I promised, talking about your health. And I have someone very, very close to us. He's part of our group that we call the gang, which is about 22 of us. We do so many good things together and have so much fun together. No debates, no arguments, no discussions. I know if I don't sell a ticket to nothing else I have, I know always the gang is right there. And I just love them, love them, love them, love them to life. And so we are, this brother is very, like I said earlier, he's very knowledgeable. He does his homework. And I really have to say that I have to give him an applaud because he definitely knows what he's talking about when it comes to your health. And so if something comes up, we're going to go and say, well, what do you think of this? The doctor said this, and we always say, as I said earlier as well, always listen to your doctor and follow those rules, but I always know that there is an alternative when we're talking about something natural. We have to know that and to research. And that's one of the things that we love about him is that he does his homework. So I have several questions, and I stated to get your pen and paper because I have some specific questions that I'm going to ask him. And as he answers them, you will know and realize just how knowledgeable he is. And it's none other than our very own, we call him, who is also, by the way, a phenomenal vocalist. And that's Mr. Johnny G.
G.
Hey, John.
How you doing?
We're good. So we don't say he's a doctor, and he always says that he don't want to be going through no kind of changes. We don't profess to do any of that. We just, in his opinion, and he studies and researches enough, and I respect him enough to be able to ask his opinion when it comes to this kind of thing with herbs, because he definitely knows that. Now, maybe some other things when it comes to love life and all of this he needs some help. But anyway, with this one, he gonna tell us about this. So, John, welcome to IntellectualRadio.com. And one of the first questions that I want to ask you is your take on it's so much going on, and every time you look up, and it's really kind of sad, but this is something that um I wanted you to explain is you can be talking to somebody one day, and then the next month or so you see them again and they don't even know who you are, when we're talking about Alzheimer's, and how so many people are look like they're getting that. And so, what is your take on number one, where that's coming from? But then I want you to break down and explain about cholesterol.
Well, first of all, you got to understand this. Uh, Cholesterol is the main molecule that supports the brain, supports every organ in the body. And doctors right now are trying to get you and most people get their cholesterol under 200. Now, at that point, I'll be honest with you, you're going to have dementia, Alzheimer's, and all above because it takes cholesterol to lubricate the brain. So if the brain, well, what they said is it's with electrons and neurons is up. If those electrons and neurons have not been fed or be fired off, you're going to have a memory shortage. So you got to understand this. Cholesterol is needed for the human body. You got to have it. And when doctors tell you, well, we got to get your cholesterol way below here and all that, then second of all, you got to understand this. Cholesterol makes a certain hormone, right? And with this hormone, it makes a hormone called pregnenolone, right?
Okay.
And so without cholesterol, pregnenolone cannot be made. And pregnenolone deals with the hormones of the body and deals with brain functioning also. So, in my opinion, I don't listen to what the doctors say about cholesterol because my mother was like 95 years old and had an issue. The doctor, according to the doctor, he said her cholesterol was too high. But here's a person that's 95 years old, had no problem with dementia, Alzheimer's, or anything. So when you do your real research about cholesterol, you will find it's not your enemy, it's your friend. But doctors will tell you different, so I don't know. I
Now,
don't argue with them.
now, what is what is the number where they say the number is too high? But in your opinion, what is the number? I mean, where it's okay. What is not too high?
Well, you got to look at that. England and France, you know what their cholesterol levels are? They got cholesterol levels up to 300, and they eat nothing but fat. And when I talk about fat, I'm talking about good fat. I'm not talking about polyunsaturated fats, but things like that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So their cholesterol levels, they have no problem with cardiovascular system. They have no problem with heart. They have no problem with dementia. They have no problem with any of the things that people in America suffer with, because our plan is to make you sick. And look at it like this: the doctor can't make no money if everybody's well.
Now that's a point. So when you talk about you were saying that 300. So that if a cholesterol is 300, you're saying
No, I'm not saying. I said people in France cholesterol levels, they go that high.
oh, got it. Okay.
So John, what is there are different cholesterol levels for different people, like for whites and for African Americans? Are our cholesterol levels different? Should they be higher than the doctors suggest?
Well, I'm stating the fact that, you're going to find people's cholesterol levels are different, because you got to realize where cholesterol is made. Cholesterol is made from the liver. And so I think the body is very smart. And what happened is the average people I've talked to that claim they have no cholesterol problems and of that nature, like me, it's like 235, 238, 240. To me, that's good cholesterol, because everything is going to be fed, every hormone, every organ, every cell, and the brain is going to get plenty of enough fat. You got to realize the brain needs fat. Cholesterol is fat.
So
If you don't have that, you're going to go into dementia. You're going to go into Alzheimer's. You're going to go into all of the diseases of the brain.
So why does doctors say that anything above a certain number is too high?
Because doctors, in my opinion, they outdated, and they need to catch up with the times.
And then plus that, because I know now my cholesterol is good. The doctor even told me yesterday your cholesterol is good. So my but they still wanted to put me on cholesterol medicine. I just said no, I was not going to take it, because they said, well, you say that you believe in preventive care. I said, and I absolutely do. I said, but as far as me taking a statin, that would be a no. So I did not take it. He still sent it to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy called me a couple of times and said it was there, and I just said I would not be picking that
You
up.
can
So you
keep
can
it.
put that back on the shelf. So because I'm saying if your cholesterol is good, although I believe in preventive medicine, I don't know. There is no reason for me to take it. Then I didn't understand that. Now, another thing that I wanted to ask you too is, so what is your take on Alzheimer's?
What's my take on Alzheimer's?
Yeah, and where that could be coming from.
I still say it's coming from the deficiency of the body, something that the body's not getting. Okay? And
Okay.
like I said before, and I still break it down to a point of like saying taking oils for the body, like cod liver oil, omega 3s, all the oils. And the oil, the bodies, I'm still saying that the body needs oil, cholesterol. That's what I'm saying? All right, take a car, for instance. So if you didn't give oil into a car, what happens to the car? The cylinders burn out, the car burns, starts smoking, and everything else. So in retrospect, that the human body is basically the same way. If it doesn't get the oil it needs to function, it ain't going to function. And the organ on the body that the body runs the body is the heart and the brain. So if the brain ain't working right, the heart ain't gonna work right. So you're looking at it as a facade of like saying you gotta get oil in your body. You gotta get oil in your body.
Okay, so
you gotta get that fat. You gotta get that fat, man. I don't care what nobody say. The brain needs fat. If it ain't got no fat, the neurons and electrons are going to burn out, and you're going to have dementia and Alzheimer's within a period of time. But so you can't tell some people, because some people still believe my doctor's not going to tell me wrong. But ask any doctor. Do any doctor? They don't even know nutrition. They get 1 hour of a course of nutrition. That's it. A doctor's business is to push a pill. Let's be honest with each other.
well, that's true now. That's very true. So tell us a little bit about the oils that we should be really cooking with.
Well, the oils of choice that you should be cooking with, it shouldn't be no canola oil, no vegetable oil, or all them other kind of oils. The main 3 oils that I would say that you should be cooking with is olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil,
Now, okay. So I was fixing to say, like, we can't do avocado.
or butter. mean, people get something about butter. Butter don't bother you. You get some grass-fed butter and cook with it. That's good as anything.
And you don't really have to use that much. Now, what is your take on the air fryer? Because I love that. And you don't really have to have any oil. I even warm up food in it.
It's just another plus for what you cook.
Right. Right. I love that. And then I was hearing something too. Matter of fact, CJ was sending us some information, and this is going off a little bit, but it's still dealing with your health, that it's not good. And I've been hearing this though for a long time, that because we'll warm up sometimes a plate if we're running in the microwave, but basically the microwave is not healthy at all, for real.
No, it's not.
No, and I know it's not healthy for cooking, because if you,
but we all use it, we all deal with it, but
it's not good, because it takes, for one thing, it takes all the nutrients out, and something else supposedly goes into it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on what CJ was telling me, my nephew.
Well, like you said, if you're gonna zap a cup of coffee for 1 minute, I don't think that's harmful to you.
Yeah, but it's so much.
Putting something in and actually cooking and leaving it in for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Yeah.
No,
that's not a good thing.
No. All right. So what another thing, bees are our energy. So can you break down the bees, the bee complex B6, because it's a particular bee that people should use, because that's another thing that has just gone rampant in our race. And I'm just amazed. It's cancer. Every time you look up, somebody just all of a sudden got cancer. And so I'm asking, what is, like, there's a B that is good for that too, a vitamin B. What is some
vitamin B or vitamin D?
No, vitamin B, like in boy. I want you to break down the B's for me.
Well, all your B vitamins are good for you. They all serve a purpose, just like vitamin like thiamine, vitamin B1. That's for swellingness in the legs. You got, veins and thrombosis and stuff like that and everything like that. So what it's called, though, the natural form of that is benfotiamine. And when you take the benfotiamine, that's the natural cause of it, which will help you as far as neuropathy and things of that nature. And then you got vitamin B3. You got niacin, which is good for your arteries. It's good for, if you're talking about cholesterol, it's going to lower the cholesterol. And then you got vitamin B6 that breaks down amino acids and breaks down proteins. So and then you got inositol. You got all the B vitamins, and I would recommend a person just to take the whole B complex.
Okay, that's complex. Because,
because you got to understand, cortisol and stress burns you up, and then you got to understand the fact about when you take vitamin D and stress and vitamin B vitamins and C vitamins and stuff like that, you have a little motor in your body that people don't understand what it is, and it's called the mitochondria. And with the mitochondria, that is where all your basic power comes from. Okay, so as you get older, the mitochondria starting to wind down, and you as a person don't have any more energy. So when you take the B vitamins and vitamin C and everything of that nature, you build up that mitochondria.
Now, what is mitochondria? What is that?
Mitochondria is like it's a million cells. A million. Do you know how many cells that the body has? And these cells, all these cells need to be fed. But as you get older, when you're a young man or a young woman, your mitochondria is high. That's why you can go all day and don't sleep at night and still move on and get up in the next morning, because that mitochondria is right there on the money. But when you get older, the mitochondria starts to, like, say, degrade and energy. And so what you need to do is rebuild the mitochondria back in the body, as far as taking the vitamin C, vitamin B, taking your magnesium glycinate. You take that with the vitamin D3. All these certain things build up on the body. It's just like I try to tell people right now. They can look in your body and read your telomere length and tell you how long you're going to live.
Right. I do know that. I've heard that.
I'm on a conference. I'm on. Oh, excuse me. And
now,
look at your telomere length.
Yeah. Now I know, like I had been feeling, well, after that flu shot that I took about a month ago, I hadn't taken a flu shot in years and years, but because I did have the flu 2 years straight, I mean around at the same time, then I went on and took it. I got symptoms that evening, and then I had been feeling fatigue ever since then. And then I was at the doctor for a checkup on Monday, and I was telling her that, I was kind of struggling with a little fatigue. And then she said, well, you might want to, because this was another one of my doctors, and she said, you might want to mention that um, to your primary care. But then she mentioned that it might just be uh, your D. And I thought about it and I said, man, my D was low and I hadn't been taking it like that. I got home and I had talked with you and I took 5,000 milligrams and and I've been doing and I've been doing it consistently. I went down to 3 because I did check with the pharmacy and the 3 is what I was taking, pharmaceutical kind. And so hey, it just it's kind of drifting away. So tell us the importance, along with me already saying that it gives you your energy and removes fatigue. Tell us a little bit about the importance of vitamin D, like in David, for overall for your body, for a woman, or a man.
You have to look at it like this. Vitamin D3 has two partners that it hangs with. Okay, if you want to call it that. And vitamin D3 works better with magnesium glycinate or vitamin K2, which is MK7 if you want to call it that. And so these three work together. And when they work in three, they work together in harmony. So, and the fact of the matter is, your body is full of calcium, okay? So with that vitamin D3, it triggers the calcium out of the blood. And so what the K2 does, it takes the calcium out of the blood and puts straight to the bone. So if you're going to take calcium, my suggestion on taking calcium, I don't ever do it, because you got to understand this. You get so much calcium out of the foods you eat. You'd be surprised how much calcium you got in food. But the purpose of the vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 is to take the calcium out of the blood and put it into the bone. And as the catalyst with magnesium going along with the program, and they all work together in harmony and make you a better person, make you feel better. But a lot of people are deficient in magnesium. A lot of people are deficient in vitamin D3. And they definitely don't take no vitamin K2 or MK7.
Right.
Say, John, is there what they call a vitamin B16?
There's a vitamin B15, which I never heard of B16, but I heard of B15. And what it does, it gives you a lot of energy, supposedly, but it's not paired off with the B complex. You have to battle with separate, like vitamin B15. I forgot what the other name for it is, so I want to mention that, but I know it's B15.
Okay. Now, another thing that I'd like for you to break down, which I think is also, because you've mentioned magnesium 2 or 3 times. So you got magnesium orotate, magnesium thirtrate, and magnesium what is it? Yeah. So can you break those down? I know one of them is like the orotate is like no, the citrate is almost like a laxative. So that doesn't really.
When you talk about the magnesium of choice, the ones with magnesium of choice is like, say, magnesium glycinate.
Right.
It absorbs 80% into the human body. When you take magnesium threonate, it crosses the brain barrier, the brain-blood barrier, where, like, say, some babies suffering with dementia, Alzheimer's and stuff, and taking magnesium threonate, it crosses the blood-brain barrier, and it helps the dementia, it helps this, it helps so many things.
So you said that helps also with, say, for Parkinson, right?
Well, it helps everything, and that line dealing with the brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But my theory is always been, you got to keep that brain has got to get that vitamin D3. That brain has got to get that fat, that cholesterol, so it can when it burns the fuel for the brain is burned efficiently. But you don't have no Alzheimer's or nothing like that. And so many people, they get away from that because they want to deal with what the doctors say about their cholesterol. And then remember when I told you the time when you told me that I told you that your hormones was off. I said you need to break another hormone. You said John this, John that. I said you have a problem with your hormones.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor told you the same thing, and that's when you told him I could have just stuck with what Johnny G said.
Right, right. So the best magnesium, because I know we got the magnesium third trait for Ed, and it's doing wonderful because it's a powder that you just put in 8 ounces of water, and he drinks that every evening. Now the time frame of your vitamins, share that, because your time frame and spacing is very important too.
I would say that you should take magnesium glycinate and take this magnesium glycinate with glycine. And you take this an hour before bedtime on basically an empty stomach, because when you take the magnesium and the glycine, the better it absorbs better into the blood. It absorbs better for helping you. So don't take magnesium. I would say don't take magnesium right at bedtime. Take the magnesium hour before bedtime with with glycine.
Now, what does glycine do?
Glycine. It has many functions of the body, as far as healing. It deals with collagen and of that nature. I could go on. I don't have all that with me right now, but I'm just telling you, you can't go wrong with glycine.
Yeah, because glycine also helps build the body if you've been in pain a lot, right?
Well, glycine builds. That's what I'm saying.
It's healing.
You got a wound, so you get cut. You get a hickey or something hit you in the leg. That bruise takes time to heal. I had the accident, right? Everybody want to know how did I heal so fast? Because I took tons of glycine and NAC.
Mm-hmm.
NAC is for the lungs, and NAC and glycine work together as partners. And you'd be surprised what it do for the lungs.
Wow! Now you said NAC. I heard you mentioned that because I know that we've did NAC too.
NAC.
Right.
If you have a problem with your lungs or anything like that, NAC deals with the liver, it deals with the kidneys, it purifies things, and it helps the lungs to function and strengthen.
Now, as far as probiotics, we can talk a little bit about probiotics. Now, what is the importance of probiotics?
Well, one thing about probiotics is it puts the pH balance back to the digestive system, but then again, you're supposed to take prebiotics too, along with that.
Right. So you take it before you take it. Well, they have them now in a combination. So when you take it, it's like, oh yeah, because I have that. So it's like you take it. It covers, the whole thing. The pre, like you said, the pre and just the probiotic, the pro and the pre.
See, it's just like they say. What do you think diseases start from? It starts from the gut.
Gut. Mm-hmm.
So when your pH balance is right and your stomach is right, you as a person gonna be right.
Now let me ask you a little bit about sodium, because I know you've talked about that.